The exportation of live animals to the Middle East is breathing new life and hope into the Eastern Cape's agricultural economy. It has helped farmers during persistent droughts, and the importance of this industry cannot be underscored for post-COVID-19 economic recoveries in the Eastern Cape. It has the potential to contribute 1 billion to GDP annually. The live exports industry creates jobs, eradicates poverty, and sustains rural livelihoods. In the Middle East, it supports food security of countries unable to rear and farm livestock in arid conditions.
My name is Mpumelelo Robert Zondi. I am a vet by qualification. I studied BSc in agriculture from the University of Fort Hare, and after that qualification I went on further for a Bachelor of Veterinary Medicine and Chemistry. I'm a registered member of the South African Veterinary Council. Today I'm out in Castledale Farm, situated just outside Berlin. We are busy loading sheep into the trucks, double-decker trucks that are destined to the harbor. This has been a long-standing operation. These sheep are going out to Kuwait. Our call as the department, we're supposed to be here to oversee the fairness of the whole process, especially when looking into animal welfare. According to the OIE, it is our requirement that whenever such operations are taking place, there must be certain minimum standards that are adhered to. We were quite satisfied by the entire operation. There has been minimal noise, there has been no abuse, nobody beat the animal, nobody twisted a tail, nobody dragged a horn, nobody pulled by the coat. It's been just perfect. It's like these guys, the animal handlers, were perfectly drilled. The animal handlers have been taken through a training on how to handle the animals. I want to say the training has been effective because they are just doing things by the book. There has been not to my understanding, not to my vision, I haven't seen any cruelty exercise. There's ample food, there's ample drinking water, the animals are fit and healthy, they are running around as you may expect, they are resistant, they'll drift away from the person. It's normal behavior, it's normal animal behavior.
Large-scale commercial live exports on the continent are driven by Mawashi, South Africa. The company is the largest international buyer of live animals from the South African farmers. Mawashi, South Africa is a subsidiary of Kuwait-listed company KLTT. KLTT is a global leader in responsible and humane live exports. It has been operating for more than 40 years. The South African subsidiary is making a significant impact on the livelihoods of commercial farmers and rural communities in South Africa.
The Middle East is an arid area, is an arid region that cannot sustain livestock. So sending livestock over to the Middle East actually sustains their food security. Secondly, and most importantly, is the religious connotation behind it. Religious slaughter is very important due to Islamic faith. That's what they do during the Eid al-Adha festival. Thirdly is consumer preference. Consumer preference is very important because we need to supply the demand that these consumers require in the Middle East. Middle East are very discerning consumers, and the South African meat that we send across, be it chilled or alive export, is actually taken on very proudly in the Middle East.
At the core of Mawashi, South Africa's company essence is a commitment to animal welfare and health. Middle Eastern markets have strict religious laws governing the humane and ethical treatment of animals. Animal welfare is a paramount across Mawashi, South Africa's value chain, including feedlot operations, terrestrial transport, and onboard livestock vessels. Live exports also respond to government strategic, national, and provincial master plans for agricultural and rural development.
We welcomed it as an initiative between our farmers and Mawashi which Mawashi is a company from UAE. It came to introduce itself to us as a department so that we can be able to enter into the space of ensuring that everything that needs to be complied with is complied, including the welfare of animals, which we are doing to our veterinary services to ensure that even the shipment, when it happens in a manner that takes care of the welfare of animals.
Berlin Castledale Feedlot becomes the nerve center before animals are exported to the Middle East. Here, animals are kept for biosecurity isolation periods. Mawashi, South Africa, works closely with the NSPCA and South African authorities to ensure animals are screened. The goal is to assess that animals are fit for travel before they are loaded for a journey across the sea.
I'm Dr. Jacopino, based in Beaufort West in the Karoo. I qualified as a vet in 1984 from Onderstepoort, and I've been working all my life in the Karoo area. Grew up in the Karoo area on a sheep farm, worked with sheep my life, and still at the moment a state vet in Beaufort West.
Ek is Wilmar Pinaar van Beaufort West. Ek is al 20 jaar in die veebedryf en ek doen baie skaap in bok en beesveilings. Wat ek ondervind het by die voerkrale by Berlyn is dis van die beste voerkrale in Suid-Afrika. Die hantering wat die mense opgelei is om met diere te werk is baie goed. Ek en Jaco het die screening en die drafting gedoen. Dit beteken enige skaap wat not fit to travel, wat nie geskik is vir ry nie, het ons uitgehaal. Die kwaliteit van die vee was baie goed geweest. Is ook as gevolg van omdat hulle lank in die voerkrale gestaan het, maar die kondisie was baie goed, top. Die voerkrale self baie goeie geriewe en ek dink hulle bestuur hom baie goed.
I saw all the animals on the ship, all the sheep have been loaded now. I'm really satisfied what I saw here. It's the first day, so I haven't been on a trip myself, but I'm very happy to see the ventilation on the ship is excellent. The spacing of the animals, the feeding, the water, in my opinion, is very good. So I'm very happy what I saw there.
El Masila is a state-of-the-art livestock carrier. It has been passed and certified by both South African and Australian government authorities. Accredited veterinary experts from South Africa's Red Meat Industry Forum are also satisfied with the vessel's compliance with the OIE standards.
My name is Vosumzi Enoch Khosani. I'm working for the Department of Rural Development and Agrarian Reform. I am the Director for Export Control and Veterinary Public Health. Today I'm here at the East London Harbour where we are loading a shipment of sheep and cattle to the Middle East, in particular to Kuwait. We started loading yesterday and we are continuing today. During our inspection, many things are going very well. This shipment is going very well. There are officials that are on the farm as well. They are monitoring also the welfare of the animals and make sure that everything is loaded nicely. We are here at the harbour, we are monitoring the harbour part of it. We are also inspecting the vessel to make sure that the animals inside the vessel, they are happy, there is no signs of distress, pain, hunger, there's water provided and feed. And therefore now, and then we are also looking at the animal handlers, that are handling the animals, that are going in to make sure that they are treating them nice and humanely. And we didn't have many issues, just some few isolated incidences here and there, which we managed to talk to the people that were involved, and they were resolved. So everything is going very well.
Dr. Shrivana is a registered veterinarian and has practiced for 40 years. He has significant experience in the transport of livestock by sea.
We have myself as a veterinarian. We have an Australian stock person, accredited stock person that will be managing the livestock, overseeing the livestock, and we have about 35 men who are dedicated to looking after them. There's 10 decks on the ship, and there's 3 men to each deck. All the feeding is automatic, all the watering is automatic. The men are there just to make sure that everything's functioning properly, to keep an eye on the sheep, pull out anything that needs to be put into isolation for extra feed, and generally just looking after the animals. And they're very experienced. A lot of them have been doing this for 10, 15 years, so they know what they're doing.
Live exports to the Middle East creates an opportunity for inclusive growth and participation for both commercial and non-commercial farmers. These farmers are proud to contribute to the food security of the Middle Eastern countries.
Ndingunomthunzi boys osuka eAlfred Nzo. Singamafama asemancinane. Singomama abayi-5 kwikhampani yam. Safuya igusha, ibhokhwe, inkukhu. Into yokutransportwa kwegusha yakwa Mawashi indenza ndizive ndonwabile kakhulu. Kuba eyona nto indenza ndonwabe kwintswelongqesho nendlala esiphila phantsi kwayo. Indenza ndizive ndizibone ndingumntu ozawuphila ubomi obumnandi. Kangangoba ibendihlupha into yoba ike ime kakhulu ngoba thina ma-South Africa ekugqibeleni imisebenzi ayikho, siyafa yintlupheko yendlala. So indaba kwa-Mawashi yona indikhuthaza nyhani futhi indenza ndizive ndiphilile.
This project is going to help us grow in the first place. Because of the unemployment in South Africa as a whole, we are going to benefit, we are going to have to employ a lot of people who are unemployed in the African origin. It's going to benefit women because women haven't been given opportunities. So these are the opportunities that we think Mawashi is going to give us to grow and to feed our families and to empower the women in the African origin.
My name is Zogofazi. My farm is in Krisani district in Queenstown. I'm actually based in East London, where our head office of Mawashi is situated. We have 18 emerging farmers under me as we go through the training with women in farming to empower. As you know, in South Africa, the unemployment rate is very high. Mawashi is helping us to bridge that gap of unemployment for livestock to export them to the Middle East. The initiative that brought by Mawashi to South Africa, it will help us grow, especially with the help we're getting from the Managing Director, Mr. Iyas Ali. He's helping us all through the way. With his assistance, we will grow and we see ourselves succeeding in this industry. We're very thankful with this opportunity we're getting from them.
We're very excited about the live export of the sheep. I think first of all it's a massive opportunity for the Eastern Cape farmers and farmers in South Africa as a whole. I think farming in the last 10 years has been extremely difficult. Farmers has been really pushed to breaking point with the worst droughts. I think this sheep export is really like a lifeline for a lot of these farmers that are in very, very difficult conditions. I mean, I know of farmers that literally spend all their life savings just keeping the animals going, and the live export is what we need for these people. That's the hope they need. And I think even for the Eastern Cape, I think it's going to be massive. Just the inflow, job opportunities, it's going to be really big, and yeah, I think everyone's excited. I think the whole farming community is excited about it, and we're extremely grateful for Mawashi placing their trust in the Eastern Cape South African farmers as a whole, because that just shows that, you know, we stand there in the international sheep farming industry. We're right up there. We've got good quality sheep, and yeah, I think it's fantastic for us. I think it's going to be fantastic for the Eastern Cape.
Mawashi South Africa understands that South Africa was a country once divided. To assist non-commercial farmers to transition to commercial ones, Mawashi South Africa awards offtake agreements. Live exports are critical to the creation of inclusive prosperity for South African farmers, while contributing to the food security of the Middle East. It is an industry that must be protected, promoted, and appreciated. Its potential is amazing. Support South African farmers' live exports industry by sharing this video, to ensure the public has access to the real facts about South African live exports.